Hey folks, ET here coming at you with a week ahead look for tickers. We are going to look at Tesla, XOM, and JPM today. First thing I want to point out with Tesla is it doesn't have the strongest May, but it does have a strong June. I think all of us look forward to those Tesla summers where it starts to rip. So what I'm looking for here is really pullbacks to long into June. As long as this data holds up, we'll get our support resistance and our gamma drawn real quick, pointing out real quick that we also have strong customer sentiment to the upside at the moment. We want to see that continue, even if it wanes a little bit and we get some pullbacks, that's okay. If we're just looking at its gamma profile real quick, along with its SR levels, 177.50 is really where the top pull is right now. 172.50 is the pull to the downside. So what we're looking for is dips to 168 at this SR, or dips to 165 that bounce and repel upwards with this big positive gamma level. Remember, red attracts, green repels. So pretty simple look there for Tesla. We did have OPEX on Friday, so keep that in mind. A lot of gamma rolls off a lot of things. So interested to see how things pan out later in the week. It'd be good to recheck this Monday evening to see if there are any changes. You know how to do it. You just click your price levels, get your support resistance, get your gamma, see what lines up to be close to each other. So Tesla's kind of a two-way play. If we start to see a red day and we start to see its net flow start to be bearish, we start to see puts roll through on live flow, then we take it down maybe to 165, 168 around there. Bullish days where the market is participating and things are going up, we're looking to long off those dips and see what June takes us. There were some leaps, maybe not some leaps now. There were some contracts for Tesla 300 that were a little bit longer dated. So very interested to see how those pan out a little bit further on. All right, next up will be XOM. Next up is XOM Force, and XOM is an inverse on customer sentiment in dealer Greek. So if you do the back test on it, you actually see positive is a bit of a negative. It has been on one heck of a run. Let's go ahead and draw our SR levels and grab our gamma levels here for XOM as well. This is a two-way play as well. Looking for that pull to 120. We're almost there. There's a big dark pool around this 118.52 as well. So that's a good bounce spot. If it's going to bounce, we would want it to hold there. Short side, we're targeting the 115 gamma. All right. And then long side, we're gamma for repel. That would be a positive level for us. And if we have a really bad day with energy, then we're targeting this support around 111.92. Like I said, 118 right around there. Mid 118 is going to be our big inflection point for XOM. If it loses and can't stay above, we're going to come down. All right. And if this gamma stays the same at 120, we're probably going to pull back up. Not worried about this 130 quite yet. Not sure. It's been there for quite a while, but I assume we're going to see a day that the gamma starts to lead upwards, and we'll start to see those SRs raise up as well, and the dark pools go up with it to get us at that point sooner or later. But we'll want to see this customer sentiment actually start to continue to go up and stay big for any sort of downside that we're looking for. All right. So moving on from that, we're going to look at JPM next. Taking a look at JPM here, it has absolutely been on a tear, hitting all-time highs. Got over 205, I believe, on Friday. Interesting look here. Its customer sentiment isn't necessarily back tested quite as well as some of the other tickers, so I don't pay as much attention to it as I do others. But it's an interesting look that it's starting to get a little bit more bullish as we go along there. Let's go ahead and take a look. We already drew our SRs. Let me click reset there so we don't double it up. Let's draw our support resistance. Let's draw our gamma. Let's see where we look with JPM. Interesting to see that it's in a pretty tight range here with its two biggest pulls. All right, with some bounce levels here at 192, 185, with a nice support level at 198.73. Let's take a look at its dark pool real quick too. I haven't looked at that yet, but I did mention the others. Very interesting look at its dark pool here, which supports some form of downside movement. Its largest aggregate is all the way down here at 191. Not saying we go there, but if you look, there are some nice supports as we work our way down. 204.16 is pretty big, so if we can't hold that, we see 202, 200, then down to 199. Around 200 is my initial target on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at its chart one more time. Taking a look at its chart one more time here, we do see that there is a nice kind of gamma level right there, a positive, which is a repel level, around 192.50. So not far from that largest dark pool aggregate. So any downside moves for a swing, a longer swing, would be around that target, but we're going to need the market to participate there. Banks have been on a very solid run, and they're going to have to take a bit of a dip for us to even get there. Inverse of all of that, it could just continue going up and up and up and up, because some things are just kind of detracting and getting farther and farther away from their dark pool levels and some of their main supports and gamma levels. So we'll keep an eye there. I guess we should check Tesla's dark pools real quick, just to take a look before we go ahead and finish this up. The really interesting thing here when we're looking at Tesla's dark pools is it's really right around where price is. 178.70 is his largest right now. Mark that on your charts, because if we get up to that spot and we can't get over it, then it kind of matches up with some of those gamma levels we saw as well, and some support resistances. So it's a short at 178.70. Ideally, what I want from Tesla are some May dips and June rips, like I said, so keeping an eye on that as well. Those are the three tickers we covered this week, kind of long and short on both of them. I like to give as many ideas as possible, so that way you understand that you don't have to have a complete bias for every single ticker as you go. You can adjust on the fly when the data comes rolling through. Like I said, if you start to see a bunch of Tesla puts roll through and we're having a negative net flow day, and we have all those things like convergence going, and Tesla's net flow is bad, then you can take it down to one of these dark pool levels, which matches up with, guess what? Gamma and support resistances. So we have more points of confluence there for our down or upside. Same with XOM. We can take it up to the 120, 122, and then we can see if we can ride it back down to that 118 dark pool. If it stays below that and can't get up, then we know we can take it down to 115, 116, right around there. All right, that is all for now. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe out there and go get that Oprah money.